Okay, so here is a problem you requested on solving radical equations from classwork 12. Here is our problem, the square root of 4 minus 2x minus x squared equals x plus 2. And then we'll solve this together. So what we always do is when we have a radical like this, we take the square of both sides. And this will cancel out my radical. So we'll get 4 minus 2x minus x squared equals x plus 2 squared. But again, if we have this written with the squared, this technically means it's written like this. Because there's two of them. And now what we learned previously is to combine them, we have to do foiling. So let's FOIL. And what I'll get is x squared plus 2x plus 2x plus 4. But again, I have like terms, so I can combine them. And then what we're going to get, so I'm going to move it over here. What do we get in the final part? It's x squared plus 4x plus 4 equals to our other side. And if you notice, we have similar terms on both sides, so we need to combine them all. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to move all of these guys over. So I'm going to equal them to 0. So we're going to write what we had previously. So x squared plus 4x plus 4, and then plus x squared from the left-hand side plus 2x minus 4. So again, all I did was change their sign. When they go across the equal sign, this minus will turn to a positive, this minus will turn to a positive, and picture the 4 has a positive, so when it moves to the other side, it has a negative. Okay, now we need to combine like terms. So I noticed that let's do a different color here. I noticed that I have x squared and x squared, so I can combine those into 2. So we get 2x squared. Do another color. Then I notice I have x and x, so I can combine those. So when I combine them, I get plus 6x. But then what about the 4s, right? The 4s, 4 minus 4, so we're just going to get 0. So there's nothing left here anymore. Equals 0. And now we simplify. Well, I can already tell that 6 and 2 are divisible because 2 is divisible by 6. So I'm actually going to divide everything by 2 to get rid of that 2 in front. And I get x squared plus 3x. And I'm just going to move the 0 on the other side. It's still the same idea. We're just flipping it over. Just flipping it to the other side. And then now we can simplify. So technically, we have to find out what our solutions are. So let's start by simplifying. So how do we do that? So we start simplifying this by doing one thing, and it's called factoring. So again, what I'm going to do is I'm going to factor out the x here. And so what will happen is when we factor it out, we're going to get x plus 3 equals 0. And now we can get our two solutions, which means that we're going to equal this to 0. And the other one will be, so we're going to x plus 3 equals 0. And then, so we equaled this to 0. And then we have to also equal this to 0. So x equals 0. Or if I was to rewrite this in a better way to visualize it, equaling that to 0, and we're equaling that to 0 like you said in class. Okay? To get our two solutions. And now we just have to see, okay, do both of these solutions work? So we're gonna have to wait, I have to still move this over. Hold on. One moment, please. We need to move this over and we need to simplify. So we get x equals minus 3. So these are our two solutions, but we have to check them to see if they are a solution. And how we do that is by putting it back into our original equation that we had originally. And so what I'm going to do is let's do negative 3 first. We'll do the negative 3. So square root of 4 minus 2, -3. Minus -3 squared. Try to make sure we keep all those negatives there. You can't forget them. And then -3 plus 2 squared. And now we simplify. So you can do all this work here in your calculator, and what we're going to find is it's going to be 1 equals -1. And then the other one is 0. 4 minus 2, 0, 0 squared. And what we're going to find is, in the end, when we do the math on both sides, we're going to get 2 equals 0, or 2 equals 2, sorry, which means we have a solution. And that means the only one that is a solution is 0. So solution set equals 0. So that's how we do this problem. I think the most confusing part is here with the factoring, and then also here moving all your like terms into one part. So I hope this helps you guys out.